What do you think the truckers are going to do if they can't deliver their products? They can't deliver their meat, their grains, their...
I imagine they know this ahead of time.
If they can't get from state to state because of this virus,
They'll know ahead of time. They won't. The shipments will stop right there. They won't. They won't travel.
but how is that going to help the families that are waiting to deliver this stuff? And they have to sit there and wait for how long?
I know. It's going to be.
3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month? They can't sit in their trucks that long. The government is going to cause a civil war.
I believe it. I believe it. People are going to be out there stealing and
over this,
fighting over something and
over a virus that's not even there.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Where is the virus? How many people had it?
Oh, there's a lot of them, Richard, and it's spreading. It is spreading.
But isn't it just from people not eating right?
No, I think this is from people not being clean. Like China, you put that many people together, and I read where one time some of these farms, these people that had gardens and stuff, they put an outhouse on in front of on the road for people to use the outhouse, and they use that to fertilize their garden.
Which is good.
If they use it right. Like you could put that stuff in the garden, you could put that dirt and shit and everything else in the fall. It sits there all winter, half the summer, and then don't grow any beets or carrots or radishes. Grow something on top, and that ain't too good, but this is what people were doing, and it's not healthy. And, if you could leave it rot till it rots away, that's good. But people are planting too soon,
So China's teaching us in some ways how to curtail our troubled truckers that don't have a place to go potty. They're throwing their shit in the parking lots.
Yep.
Why can't the market see that?
Mm-hmm.
Start putting more outhouses out for the truckers.
Years ago, I got a little joke. Years ago, there was a train come out of New York, and this is when the Indians started to get civilized, and there was one of them in New York, and he was on this train with the businessman, and they got out to the west where the Indians were, and here's an Indian out there. He dug a hole, and he's sitting over that hole to take a shit, and the businessman says, look at that. He says, you Indians are filthy. You're filthy. Indian looks at him and he said, did you have to go on this train? That was flushed all over the country.
Right. Yeah. So, common sense.
The Indian was smarter than this businessman.
Right. If they would start putting wheels on outhouses, after they got full, they could go empty themselves, come back, for the refill, which is people using the John. What's so complicated about that?
Well, the worst part of it is they do put chemicals in there.
They shouldn't do that either.
There you go. Then you're dumping the chemicals.
Yep. What's that do to the ground?
Yeah. Yep.
Turns it into wormwood.
Yep. Putting it in the ground is all right. The ground will take care of everything, Richard, in time. But that stuff takes too long.
Right.
That stuff takes too long.
Blue water.
Yep. In the water, too soon. Too soon. Yep.
So we can learn from the Indians.
Yep.
That's probably the last chief sitting there shitting in a hole going, "What's wrong with you?"
Yep. Yep. And then I got another little joke for you, Richard. Years ago, when I was married, I used to wake up with a headache every morning, and then she'd go to work.
But not all women are.
No, not all. No,
Not all women are cruel.
no, 99%.
We,
99%.
we gotta hope that we progressive towards a women that know that they're supposed to be our helpmates. They're supposed to be our helpmates.
Yeah, but there's too many of them. Turn that television on and see how many women are on panels, on the news, into everything. And now they passed a law. There was a restriction on the height of an airplane, a jet pilot, a fighter pilot.
Right.
The height. They raised it so, they shortened it so women could be fighter pilots. Women up there in a fighter plane, that ain't good.
No.
That ain't good.
No.
And turn television on, it's all women, women, women. You got in two of them panels, there's 4 women and 1 man. Station after station. The women are taking over.
Mary had to go. Mary was a good woman, the mother of Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
She had to go to Mexico to evolve, or they would have killed her.
Yep, yep.
The Egyptians would have killed her.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
There's good women, Melvin.
Oh, there's good ones, yes.
And the problem is they don't think their voice matters. They don't think their voice matters anymore because they've been deconstitutionalized.
Yeah, yep. Yep.
They forgot what the Constitution even stands for.
You're right.
It stands for love and happiness.
Mm-hmm.
When our Constitution becomes to where we're oppressed people, when we're oppressed and we can't even function anymore,
You're right. Yep.
because there's just so many laws that we can't even.
And they're making more.
Yeah, piss outside the car without being arrested or having a ticket, a fine,
Mm-hmm.
a fee.
Yep. Just a little pea. Yep.
And there's more answers for the reason we need more outhouses. Look at all the homeless people that are forced to shit in buckets. Why can't they see the simple answers? Jobs. How many jobs would it make to create 900,000 outhouses that roll around and empty themselves so that they could place it as a valuable product for soil, for growing things?
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Have we lost touch with so much common sense that we can't see the truth?
Yes. Yep. No more common sense. No more. bunch of assholes. Yep.
There's good people in LaSalle. I got $50 in 80 minutes. Well, you know, I don't say 80 minutes. It seems kind of strange, but 30 minutes, that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just before it rained. But a lot of people are afraid. They're afraid to hold up a sign to say, I need help.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's what made them so afraid, Melvin? TV. The TV made them afraid. Afraid to hold up a sign and say, could I have some help?
Yep.
I don't get it. And them same people, you know what they'd rather do? Rob and steal some food, then they get stuffed in jail. The jails are so full, they're popping at the seams right now. Right?
Mm-hmm.
What are they going to do about that? Build more jails?
Yeah, shoot. They can't afford what they got.
Yep. And who's paying for it, Melvin? The
Yep.
feds.
Yep.
The tax dollars.
Yep. Yep. You're right.
Debt dollars.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. It's just, there we're back to the system, Richard. It's rotten. The system is rotten.
And what happens to these people when they go into jail? They lose everything. They lose their kids, their jobs, whatever little bit they have. And then they're treated so bad in jail that they come out worse.
Yep, you're right.
They make them wear watches and say, okay, you got to stand by your door. And even though they don't want to eat, they have to stay. They make, and then if they don't, they get a charge, another charge.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you're right. There we're back to the system. It's rotten.
It was horrible in there, Melvin.
I'll bet.
Horrible.
I'll bet.
And they treat vegans horrible.
Oh yeah.
They made fun of me.
I'll bet. Yep. Yep. Yeah, that ain't right.
Serving me meat and then laughing about it.
No, that's
Yeah,
pathetic.
laughing about it.
Oh, you're kidding.
Nope.
They did that?
Yep. Laughing about it.
Oh, Jesus. That's sickening. That's sickening.
Yep. And it's happening to a lot of people.
That's sickening.
Kids killing themselves in there and they're covering it up, Melvin.
Oh, yeah, I'll bet you. I'll bet you. Yep. Yep.
Lawyers that don't defend you.
No, they're just a statue. Doing nothing.
Yep.
Getting paid for nothing.
Yep. Getting paid for nothing.
You think the lawyer cares about you?
No. He works for the prosecutor.
Pathetic. Sickening, Richard. Thank God for this little bit of territory. Thank you, God, for here. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
There's black guys in there that are being taunted to fight the white guys because they're not getting enough to eat. Every square on their plate isn't filled. That right there should be a red light for the feds, the federal government, to go in there and say, hey, what's going on here? Not feeding them enough, Melvin? They're making them stand in front of the window like a dog?
Yep.
That's what they did to me. Because I wouldn't wear their watch, I stayed in solitary the whole time.
Because you wouldn't wear what?
A watch. A tracking watch.
Oh, really?
Yep. Yep. Kept me in solitaire the whole time.
You're kidding.
Nope.
Oh, Jesus.
The whole time. I'm proud that I didn't wear that watch. I stuck up for what we are as a country. What's left of it. I said no. No. I'm not wearing your watch. So they didn't let me watch TV. No TV. I get to come out 1 hour and take a shower a day out of my cell. And I wasn't even guilty, Melvin. An innocent man held in jail under those conditions.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeez.
Putting pork in my food. Pork. And then laughing about it.
Oh, that's sickening. That is sick. Sick, sick, sick.
Yeah. They get away with it.
Jeez.
Now you can't visit anybody in person. You got to visit them on a screen. You got to look at them through something like this. And then they say, "How you doing?" And it's going to be to the point where you have to pay for it.
Jeez.
To visit your own people, you can't touch them no more. You can't hug them and say, "I love you." Not in person. It's all through video.
Oh, Jesus. Sick, sick, sick. Sick people, Richard.
You wouldn't have believed it.
I guess. I'm getting educated. How sick people are.
Mean, Melvin.
Yep.
They're getting meaner and meaner. What's causing it? What's causing everybody to be so mean?
And it all starts with our government. They're the culprits. They're supposed to rule this country, and they're dragging it down.
Yep.
They're dishonest. They're crooked. They're just because they got a nice suit, don't make them God.
Right.
They're evil people.
You heard that? They're evil people. How come we can't have a real president? One that wants to turn this country into the land of happiness.
Yeah. Can't find them.
The land of gold. It's still here, Melvin. They just want to hog it all for themselves.
Yep.
And turn us into Hitlerania.
You're right. Yep.
When's it going to end?